are live. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to ASV Collectibles for another live unboxing. And today is a very special day because I have the Godlike panel on my show today. So I'm super excited. My heart's pumping. I can't wait to get to this unboxing. We do have a bonus unboxing that I just found out right now. So super excited for that because I've been wanting to see this piece for a long time. And we're going to go through the roster here. We got the founder himself, Jimmy from Godlike. So thank you, Jimmy, for being here and blessing me. We have his right-hand man, Marcos. Marcos is there as well.
What's up? What's up?
Then we have our good friend, FBJ, our Legand Lane, and a man that really doesn't need introduction, Alan Kieffer. But I'm going to introduce him anyways. So thank you again, gentlemen. Jimmy, how you doing?
Doing well, man. Well, thanks for having me on this evening. And I'm really excited to see this piece. You know, I've seen it before, not in person, of course, but I have seen it online. And I was pretty impressed with the base and how things kind of intertwine with the character. So I'm excited to see what you think and, you know, the viewers as well, getting things set up. So I'm excited for it.
Cool, cool. Marcos, I know you're tired. How was your trip? How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Yeah, literally got off the plane at I got off the plane at 12:30. Got home around 1:30 last night or this morning, I guess you could say. Had to get up for work and 8 a.m. So that was fun. So I had to get up at around 6:30 and then go to work and then yeah, man, here we are again.
Yeah, you're making me jealous saying that you have to get up at 8 a.m. when I got to get up at 4.
Hey, man, I usually wake up at that time too during the week. So yeah. I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah. So what about you, FBJ? I feel like I saw you yesterday.
Thank you for inviting me on. There is nothing more than I love than live unboxings. Like, I don't know, I get out of all, there's reviews and talks and chopping. I don't know, there's something about just a live unboxing for me. I get so much joy and pleasure of seeing the unwrapping live and seeing hope all goes well. But if there's any bloopers or anything that we need to know as collectors, as far as this may take time, because they don't show all that stuff in the chopped up videos. It all goes smooth, and I'm no unboxing goes that smooth.
Not
so
live.
Yes, and I appreciate someone who can actually do it because it's not an easy process doing it live in front of everybody to do live unboxings, and especially that it's DC because I love DC. That's my favorite property. So I'm excited for tonight.
Right. Yeah, no, it is a bit of a challenge. I think the last live I did was probably with Marcos and Lane. That was successful. That was the Black Widow and the Thor, the custom pieces. And then I did another one here, which was the Trinity Attack on Titan. And that was a failure because my camera died and all this other stuff. And I'm just sweat bullets. I'm F this. Sorry, guys, I got to go. And then, so live streams for sure are a, you got to be on your toes. So I'm hopefully everything's set up. I hope the lighting's good for everybody. Everybody can see me well, hear me well. I really want this to be ideal. I'll try to zoom into the piece without moving my camera, because if I move the camera and touch a wire and it shuts off, then I don't want to have that mistake. But we'll move on. Legand Lane, you're on mute, but how are you doing there, bud?
I'm doing fantastic tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing this particular piece because I'm a big Green Lantern fan. Although my boy's Hal Jordan, not as much Kyle Rayner. But I'm glad you decided to make sure to throw an extra piece just to make sure if you didn't sweat enough tonight while putting the first one together, we do get to get some extra perspiration. I'm really happy to be with, of course, the Godlike gentlemen and everything as well. I have had the honor of being able to be on with them a couple times in the past. And, I'm looking forward to just seeing something from XM that I can go be positive about because everybody usually only hears me complain over the last 6 months or so. So I'm looking forward to how this is all going to be. And your second item, especially, I can't wait to see. Yeah.
This is going to be a bonus. I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to leave it at that. I do have an announcement at the end of this for future live unboxing. So we'll see. I think the panel's going to be excited. I think the chat. I want to thank everybody on the chat that's joining us right now. It's awesome. Appreciate the love. And last but not least, Mr. Alan Kieffer. How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, Will. Appreciate you having me. It's always fun here on Saturday nights. I see we have most of the Godlike crew here, which is make it fun. And regarding live boxings, don't ever ask me to do that. I would probably put your channel. YouTube would have to pull your channel. There'd be so much cursing and swearing going on that it would be intolerable. But I'm glad
the views will go up.
Alan, from what I learned, if you got a sailor mouth, the views go up. And just
I usually don't, but if you were ever here watching me at home privately doing unboxing,
man, hearing that,
it'd be pretty bad.
I don't know. Hearing that makes me want to say we need to pass the collection plate around so that we can get Alan one of that Power Master Optimus Prime, which someone first got. We can get him one of those. It's only $5,000 or so, guys, like before shipping. So peasant change to all of us, right? And then we could get that to him, and that's all for an Alan Kieffer special unboxing to see how many F-bombs he will drop in the 5 to 6 hours it would take him to put.
That would be entertaining.
1,000 pieces, Alan. 1,000 pieces to put it.
Yeah,
some like this. Some like this.
I'll invite Freddie over for that one.
Hey, I'll come through.
I think you guys would be lost to some of the instructions like I was with Jetwing. I was like, where did these pieces go? Luckily, that wasn't a live unboxing. I pre-recorded that, and it took me over 3 hours to put that piece together. So if you look at my unboxing, it's like 45 minutes. And that's me cutting. I had to cut so much out of that video because I was doing the same thing as Alan. I was just cursing up the store. I'm like, where does this stupid thing go? And I'm kicking it, and I'm like, this is stupid. And it was a very entertaining piece to put together. But it was fun. It was a very epic piece. I'm actually here in Tracy with my good friend Michael. This is his home. These are his pieces, and he's the one that has that Optimus Prime Jetwing. If I could drag the camera over there and show you guys again, I would, but it's in a different location of the property. So, but yeah, I'm glad to see everybody here. I'm glad to see everybody's well. I don't see a drink in Marco's hand yet. So I'm just kind of waiting on that one, and whether it's gin or tequila or Deadpool or Wolverine, he's usually drinking something.
Oh no!
Give me some time to work on him here over the next hour, so I'll get him drinking before he knows.
All right. There we go.
So Custom Heroes, thanks for joining. We have 2020 Jen, thanks for joining. Mr. Kennedy, Juan, Ortega, thank you again. I know Aiden's on there. I think I saw him a little bit earlier. I'm a bit far away from my laptop, so I can't scroll up and see, but I just want to give a shout out to the chat. So thank you very, very much, guys, for tuning in. I'm actually really, really enjoying doing the podcasting, joining Jimmy's crew with whenever he needs me for feedback and my own special things I got going on. So yeah, if you enjoy what we're doing here, you can also check out my Facebook page, ASD Collectibles. I post a lot of good stuff in there, whether it's Patreon groups, STLs, artists, customs, licensed pieces, you name it. I try to put it on there and try to get as much engaged with the community as possible. So that's just me. So I'm babbling. So let's get to the piece. So here's the box. Yeah, we all know what the box looks like from XM Studios, right? There we go. So pretty much Kyle Rayner. This is the box, and that's just the top of it right there. Pull this down. We also have the instructions.
Okay.
Pretty simple, one piece. You got the rockets with the smoke. You got the base, Kyle. One portrait and all the little tiny pieces that I'm going to enjoy trying to figure out putting in there. So I could get a little bit closer here. I don't want to block the light too much.
Yeah, no, you can see it. Looks good. Okay, this is an epic base on this piece, so I'm excited to see this put together. One thing XM doesn't like cheap out on is their boxing. Like they always do a great job with boxing these things up to where they're secured. So I've honestly never had an XM piece come in that was damaged. So knock on wood. They do it right. They do it right.
I remember one time we were on our show, Jimmy, and we're like, I think maybe Lane brought up in the comments, we're talking about the Prime 1/3 Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, man, that's probably my favorite Green Lantern piece I've seen so far. And then I think Aiden in the chat was like, nah, man, my favorite's the Kyle Rayner XM and fourth. I'm like, oh shit, you're 100% right. This is probably the best Green Lantern piece I've seen, so far, at least license wise.
So I've only seen this in other videos. I think the two I watched, Gem Mint, I think got the proto about 2 years ago, and Art, the statue collector as well, did a video of it, and I thought it was pretty darn amazing. I think you're right. I think this is probably one of the better ones they've done so far. So I'm super excited to see it in person. Typically when I do these things, I have my black gloves, but I lost one of them, OJ. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go barehanded. So.
Well, I think what this one has, where you get the size and scale with the third scale Prime 1, Hal Jordan. Mm-hmm. This one though really takes advantages of the construct, like idea and creation of this one. So
agreed.
I think that's where this one, obviously, I feel like the Prime 1 for Hal Jordan pretty good, but I think this one uses the whole mythos of Green Lantern maybe actually a little bit more entertainingly.
I like it a lot. Yeah, I like it a lot too because it really reminds me of like an anime piece with the whole powers and on the base and everything. So that's why I like it a lot more than others.
But it's also nice because it's big, but it's not like overwhelming. Like Freddie talked about it yesterday. Like the quarter scale, I think is like the sweet spot. Even though I've gotten more and I have more third scales actually right now than I have quarter scales when I actually look at it. I think this one, look at that. I love what I see already.
So there you go. That's the bottom. He's got 39 out of 200 or 299.
Oh, so that didn't have a super big ES for that one.
Yeah. So you guys can still see it, right? I lost image on my TV, but you guys can see it, right?
Yeah. We can make it out. We see the two.
So that is 299. Okay. And then let's go ahead and bring it up.
Ooh, I like.
Yeah, that paint is phenomenal.
Looks good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
It's even better in person.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like this one.
I would say, as I learned going to Alan Kieffer's house, everything's better in person for sure. Besides, you guys are talking bad about my name with J&D. I'm mad at you guys about that. It was a good piece. I did not see that.
Marco, I can't take you seriously. You got a duck on your face, man. I can't really take you seriously. So I don't know.
Okay, that's true. I do have a duck on my face, but now I got.
Oh, burn.
Oh, got it.
Jimmy the Duck.
I am, man.
I'm a dictator. That's what I am. Oh,
yeah.
You know how Marcos chooses his pieces on his checklist. The first thing he checks is, does it light up? That's the first thing he does.
Well, no, it's light up, and then is it an anime piece?
Yes.
Like, I saw this, and I took offense to this, Aiden. It's like with your LeBron and Jordan. Translucent resin is amazing. Okay, it's on most anime pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Makes pieces amazing. So I don't know which pieces you're talking about, but
so we can still see it pretty well. Is the light shining too much? I can focus the light somewhere else.
No, it looks good. It looks good.
It's not too bright. Okay. So I know I'm trying to use the best camera I have at the moment. If you guys can see it, great. There's an extreme amount of detail on it. As much detail as there's a sweat on my forehead. That's how much detail is on this sucker thing. So from what I'm looking at, they added a lot of different textures. There's a lot of matte. There's some semi-gloss. There's a little bit of high gloss. They use a lot of the matte on the flames. And the best thing I love about this piece, which is surprising because XM Studio likes to use a lot of black. If you notice all their old pieces, there was a lot of black, a lot of thick shading. Sure. This doesn't have that. It looks like they really learned how to implement darker greens and shades of greens. There's a lot of different contrast of greens going on here, especially with the smoke. Okay. I mean, the smoke looks great. Even if I angle the light a little bit different, you're going to get good shading and good green. I know the lighting's this way, so you guys won't see that. But when you're on the backside like I am, you get to see that. They implemented a lot of light, dark, and black shading around each of the crevices right here on the shoulder piece of the mech. This looks like a giant mech. I love, it's kind of giving me like a Green Lantern Iron Man helmet, because that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting from looking at it.
Well, calm down.
There's a lot of there's a lot of details inside the mechanicals, the wiring, the mechanical components. There's a lot of even like mechanical colors. You got the front emblem of the Green Lantern there. The flames, same thing with the flames. A lot of different shades of light to dark green. So it really pops. It really looks good.
It looks good, man.
Yeah, when you see it in person. I know you can't really tell too much how my lighting is, but for those that love quarter scale DC, and I know my Green Lantern's Hal Jordan, this right here would be one to get as well. I mean, this thing is just based off the base. I haven't even seen the rest of the thing. So we'll continue to go on. Really, really good paint job, as expected of XM Studios.
And it looks like it's not huge. It's compact and relatively small.
Yeah. Actually, let's do that. So the base itself, we're looking at 11 inches depth, 11 inches depth, and about 11 inches wide.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
So very condensed space. Yeah.
Hey, Will. Aiden said, "Is it any way possible you can get that camera closer to?"
Try. What I could do is I could zoom in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to like touch too much stuff, because if I start moving the wiring around,
I got you.
then it's over. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Let me try to
Aiden's
figure
just
out.
being needy. Yeah.
So are we all.
Sounds like Aiden.
Man.
But I'm really impressed with the detail on that bait, just for when you did kind of just a quick circle around for it. Like literally with the
there you go. That's good.
Yeah, there
That's
we go.
good.
Better? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, you kind of.
We'll be able to see Will now. That's what you sacrificed.
There we go. Now we can see the sweat for sure. Now.
So we can use it. We need to use your head for size comparison.
Yeah, let me get this.
You're our scale.
Okay.
Your head's our scale for this thing.
Okay. Yeah, my head's scaled to small. Okay, so let me go ahead and turn it around. If that works, great. Then perfect. We'll keep it that way. I don't mind working with the chat group and you guys. Whatever you guys want to see, we'll do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll turn it around a little bit more here.
Oh yeah, that's just even in the back side there with kind of the energy mecha where you can see different panels and everything.
Yeah, right back there too. There's a lot of details there on the inside. I really wish the lighting wasn't so bright. I think it's too bright, but so you can see the detail on the smoke. But this kind of, from what I'm looking at the camera, just looks so bright green. But there's a lot of, so like this mechanical part here, you see it's a lot more matte. Yeah. There's a lot more darker shadings into it. Throughout the lines as well, there's shading in there. It's very hard to tell, but I mean,
and there's no light up with this, correct? I'm assuming.
No, not that I know of. No, there's no light up.
Well, I think you're right. It does have that Iron Man helmet look, feel kind of.
Right.
Jimmy's going to be hunting for one before the end of the stream.
Looks
kind
cool.
of see that. Let's go to the sideways. See, kind of give me the Iron Man feel right there.
But then it has even the darker green, like up front there, with some of the mecha pieces around the head.
Yes.
That piece you're holding with your hand, that side panel looks like the Mark III helmet on the right side, where he's got that cylinder where it spins. That's what it kind of reminds me of. That right there. Yeah. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
And for the comic book people that know a lot about Kyle Rayner, he's kind of like the artist, right? Out of all the lanterns, like he's the most artistic one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's. I think where that research, he's like the strongest ones in terms of being able to create things. He's like
creativity.
Yeah. That was kind of his MO and stuff from the comics.
I've heard they've done him such bad service in the comics. So
in the last 10 years or so, yeah.
They say he's a cool character, just they don't know how to write him.
Ooh,
this is like one of the highlights for this piece I've seen. That the tip of it is so cool, the color and everything.
The darker
Wow, that's really epic.
It's almost like that feels like it's the way you're looking at the construct here. It's like as you go from the lighter green to the darker to almost the
yes. So it's like
that's the most solid object part of it almost.
Right. So it kind of goes. Let me see. I'm losing focus. It kind of goes like you got the smoke, then you got the matte, and then you got the clear coat, kind of like semi-gloss. It's not super glossy, but semi-gloss.
Will that the end of that thing? It almost looks like a metallic green.
Yes, that's kind of what it looks like, and it with that
okay.
with that gloss, it's kind of giving you that metallic, letting you know it's metal.
Yeah, it looks
kind of gives you that metallic brush. Yep.
I think there's like 3 of these too, right? On the piece, like 3 missiles.
2 missiles. One of them smaller. So that piece goes right there, just like that. If I have to zoom back, because he might be a little taller and you guys would miss it, so eventually I'd have to zoom back. I could probably pull this back a little bit.
Yeah.
Right there. Pull him back.
Man, I know people talk bad about XM lately, and they deserve a good bit of it for sure. But man, when they hit a piece out the park, man, they really do hit a piece out the park. You know,
Yes, they do.
Well, there's a reason they do have some pieces that are still, what you can legitimately call a grail piece that still sell high, and stuff. Not a ton as much anymore, but this is why even some of the recent ones, I think that Wolverine, like Uncanny X-Force one, is going to be a sought after piece after like people get it more in hand.
Like a perfect example, when I went to Alan's place, that XM Ghost Rider, I always thought it was a cool piece. Like, oh, that's a cool piece. In person, that thing's completely different, like 100%. So, yeah.
Will, are those heavy?
Yeah, they got some good weight. Not super heavy, but I'd say
5 pounds.
Probably about 3 or so.
Okay.
I don't think it's about 10 pounds.
They have some heft, so you get to feel like this piece is going to start adding up a little bit with the weight once you get everything on it.
Right.
But man, that's so cool. And you haven't even put Kyle Rayner on here yet.
No.
And well, when you put those in, do they go in flush? Do you feel like they're loose at all, or is it feels good?
Okay, so this one's a little wobbly, but it feels good. This one's a lot tighter. The upper one's a little wobbly. And the only caveat here is the seam line is very noticeable.
Okay. I was going to ask my next question.
But if you're going to display them like this, you're not going to see really the seam line except this one right here.
Yeah, I was going to say,
on the camera.
You can see that soon. Yeah.
Yeah, you see that kind of tips in through it right there like that. So, I mean, that's the only thing. Maybe they should have worked. I mean, if they could have, because I know how engineering is, made it less noticeable. But I don't really feel like that just, takes it away. I think it's okay.
And you don't have Kyle on yet or anything like that. You don't have.
No, I'm gonna pull Kyle. I'm gonna put him on now. This piece right here, I think, goes after Kyle.
Yeah, but I mean, him being on there might obstruct a little bit some of the seam lines.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they kind of figured that out. It's funny. The instructions just show it right there, but they didn't tell you how to put it together.
No, that doesn't surprise me because XM's Catwoman did the same stupid thing. That's what has me worried. If and when they actually do ever put out King Batman Who Laughs, that thing is one of the most complicated bases and stuff they've ever done. It has a ton of pieces that have to get put together.
Yeah, but XM always post a video.
Yeah, that's what they do. I knew they did something.
Yeah, video. Yeah,
they do post a video.
Yeah, because I remember on the Deadpool when I got the quarter scale, they didn't have instructions either, and I was confused. And I went online and just looked it up, and it was really easy after that. So,
okay,
right here, Aiden said it perfectly. XM usually has a scan code that routes you to YouTube for the piece.
Right.
For the piece, I'm guessing.
This looks really good.
Nice.
Oh yeah, this look nice.
I really like the metallic yellow on his gauntlets and his boots and knee pads.
Yeah, the green really pops.
For Green Lantern too.
He's got one of the best masks they ever did.
Show you guys the goodies right there.
This is a quarter scale?
Yes.
This is yes.
Okay.
Got a nice butt on him, huh?
That's what I said, Marcos. There's the
No.
goodies for you.
Not quite Dick Grayson though.
No,
Not
Grayson,
quite Dick Grayson.
He's got the best. Atticus said he watched Venom Arise simply like video 30 times.
Really cool if you guys can see that, the different texturing in the suit.
Mhm.
See if I
I
get
can
on
see
the
it.
light a little bit.
It looks good.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's a lot of that different texturing right there in the gluteus maximus. And right here on the quads, actually the knee pads right there as well has that. They
cool.
actually did his nails there. I don't know if you can see the nails. See if I get closer without it. No, it's not, there. It is.
Yeah,
There it is.
nice.
So I might be able to even get a little close. There we go. So even on the chest plate right here, you see the shading, the nice white. I like the symbol on his chest. Sorry, my nails aren't the prettiest, so there we go. Okay, so he sits right here. So actually, I might have to take
I was about
one
to
of
say, you
these
should
off.
maybe take that off.
There we go.
But yeah, Atticus, you're probably when you're doing the Venom Arise, were you one of those people that were missing those like side pieces, like those little little tentacles or whatever? Let us know.
All right, we'll go. You guys want to leave the portrait to last, and we'll just.
That's
Yeah.
always the cherry on top.
Funny thing is, I think the piece is a quarter scale, but I think Kyle's a 1/6. Because I'm holding his port. I'm gonna show you the difference. I'm gonna grab a portrait of one of these. It's 1/6. Yeah, I think it's 1/6. I don't know why it said 1/4. So maybe I mislooked at it, but I'm pretty sure when I reviewed the other people's, it said quarter. But this looks like a 1/6 to me. So I
thought it was
apologize.
1/6, but
Yeah,
There
I
is two
apologize.
versions, though. Yeah,
What's that?
I said there is two versions of this piece, the 1/6 and 1/4.
Okay. So his version's the 1/6. So I'll change the title later. I apologize. I thought it was quarter. It's 1/6. So sorry. Yeah, because I'm looking at the portrait and I'm like, yeah, this is not a quarter scale. So let me go ahead and let me go ahead and put the rest of the equipment on, and then we'll do his portrait last because it's killer. I believe these pieces here go on the robot's head.
the website says 1/4, but I don't see a 1/6 scale. But I mean, it doesn't mean there's not one. But here it is.
So
Yeah,
Yeah, they had it.
yeah, they have it 1/6 scale too.
Okay, so I was mistaken. I thought it was 1/4, and it's the 1/6. So sorry, everybody.
It's all right.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So for those of you, if you have the XM Studio Hal Jordan 1/6, which I did an unboxing, a live unboxing on that one, that was pretty solid too. That one's really good.
And Chad, make sure you like and subscribe for Will if you're enjoying the content. I mean, the man is sweating to death over there trying to get this together for you guys and get it all set up. So it's a great piece, and I know he's going all out. So if you're enjoying it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe.
Also, he said in that him sweating, it's like 100 degrees because it's a garage and it's California right now in the summer, so it's about 100 degrees in there. So he's got to lose some weight, that's for sure, after doing this. So that's good.
I appreciate that.
And Atticus, sorry that you had the plugins missing, man. That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
That was everybody though.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Okay.
Atticus.
Yeah, the 1/6.
Needs more love. He needs more love in the game.
Some these pieces right here, they don't really tell you what goes where, so it's kind of like guessing the front ends of the rockets. So we're just gonna place them there and just hopefully they all peg in accordingly. Yeah, see, some fit well and some don't.
Hey guys, just curious. I know Lane's been keeping up with more with them, but does XM still offer that the 1/6, 1/4 on a lot of their pieces still, or not really?
Well, man, a lot of the pieces they haven't put a whole lot out recently.
True too, yeah.
But the majority I've seen are just been 1/4.
Mhm.
They rarely do 1/6, but I know Ben had mentioned that they're going to start an Iron Man 1/6 line.
Mhm.
So I really want to see that. I'm trying. I'm doing my best not to buy those, but we'll see.
Jimmy, that's what you said about the bust.
It's true, but I did buy a Hot Toy Mark 42 because the likeness was just incredible. So
Yeah. I nearly fell out of my chair when I read that.
I just want diecast, so that looks great. That looks great, Will.
Mhm.
Well, are those polystone or what is that in your hand? What's it made out of?
Yeah, it feels like
okay. So definitely, if someone's buying this, when they're assembling it, they got to make sure they're careful with these pieces, right? Because you don't want to drop one of these or break it, because that's what would happen if it would hit the floor.
They should have made that probably PVC, if anything, because it looks like it's
exactly.
It looks like it's not going to stick in that well with that polystone. It could fall probably later, which would suck. I'm not hoping it. I know your friend's Michael, right? Will, this is his piece.
Michael. Yeah.
Hope it doesn't break. Michael, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. Congrats, Michael. This is a great piece, man. I'm liking this.
Yeah, he's watching it on his phone because I have the earpiece on. So really cool. Okay, next is the portrait, and then I'll bring it in closer. We can zoom in again if I can get a little bit closer on the zoom in. And then this is the Lazy Susan, so I can just turn it on. It spins fairly slow. It doesn't really have an option to speed up, so you just gotta deal with it. Okay, here's the last piece. I think I got everything on there. Actually, there's one more piece, and I think it's a very, very cool touch that XM did. So here is the portrait. Let's see.
Focus.
Yeah, focus.
Come on, camera, work. You're like my camera right now. What's going on?
Yeah.
There you go. Nice.
There you go.
Let me just stand in front of it. There it is. So that way it doesn't. Oh, sorry. There we go.
Man, that paint job is next to none, man. It looks great.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
How's the hair? Like, does it have a bunch of strands? Looks like in the paint job and everything.
Yeah. There's a lot of strands in there. They're not. There's no depth to it in the paint. I mean, you can see the strands. There's a lot of them right there. So if you can tell, see that all the strands. When it comes to black hair like his, well, right here looks like it's a bit brownish. It doesn't look like all black, but I like to see a hint of blue in the strands of the hair. There it is.
One piece I want to see from XM really come out is the Robin King. I really think that piece had a lot of potential. I haven't heard anything about it, so but I hope it does come into collectors' hands soon because it's way overdue. So it's another piece that I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, that's a cool piece.
Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very cool piece. One more touch that XM did, and I really like this. I actually like this better than their art print they used to give, the posters and stuff. Is plaque.
Oh, I love the plaques, yeah.
Wasn't this one of the last ones that got the plaques? Because I think they stopped doing that. Wasn't it, I think, Lady Deadpool, which went up over a year ago?
No, Deadpool, he came with the art print. I have it.
Oh, no, I said Lady Deadpool.
Oh, Lady Deadpool. Okay.
I think she was supposed to be the last one or one before that.
That looks good, Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Let me go ahead and hit the switch here.
A custom hero was asking, is there any switch outs?
No, that's it. It's just what you see is what you get. Unfortunately, I think if they could have figured out a different switch out, I don't see anything here. Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. I'm saying no. Oh, I lied.
They could have maybe done like a construct around the ring.
Yeah.
I missed one more thing, fellas.
See, it is switch out, huh?
No, it's not switch
out.
Oh,
no. Okay, never mind.
It is the construct of the ring.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
That should make sense.
Yeah, there it is.
It's got a peg too, so.
Yep, it's got a peg. I looked in the box. I'm like, wait a minute, what's that foam thing right there? I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm an idiot. That's good. And it goes right in the
So, Will, is any of it translucent resin, or is it all painted polystone?
It's all painted polystone.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
There we go.
I'm in that situation again. That
Marcos, can you do a comparison? Maybe, I mean, I know it's in front of you, like the green smoke of the Joker say cheese in this one. I mean, I know it's two different characters, but that Joker say cheese paint job was just phenomenal. Like
So
the smoke.
I'm actually at my apartment, so it's actually not with me right now.
Oh,
but,
okay.
But I will say this: from far away, the paint job looks amazing on say cheese. When you
Okay.
get up a little bit closer, there's some little kind of issues, but it's not like awful. But
Oh,
it,
okay. Okay.
it doesn't look like, for far away. It looks really good, but up close, you can definitely see. It's kind of like it's hard to explain. It doesn't look cheap, but it doesn't look as good as it's just hard to explain. I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't look as good, like from far away. This looks at least from what I'm seeing and what I've seen for pictures and other videos of this paint job does look better.
Okay.
Yeah, it's way more. That's what it is. It's not crisp. It's like not a crisp paint job. It looks kind of like in some areas where the shadow, like the darker greens come in. It looks like kind of like scribbles, if that makes sense.
I see.
you see that the seam lines I'm talking about?
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh, yeah.
That's the cheese right there. Yeah, same issue.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, because I don't collect 1/6, and for those I know, Freddie does. If you collect the 1/6, but Freddie has converted to 1/3, so I'm not going to say he's completely,
Okay.
you know. And I'm actually super happy that Marco's converted to J&D now. I mean, it's like it's about time. You know?
Stop.
But Freddie,
Go ahead.
everybody knows now, Marcos. Just let it go.
Spread propaganda on me, okay? They spread propaganda. I did not say those words.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll change the headline. This is 1/6. Freddie, what do you think of it as a 1/6 piece? Would it be something with your other collection you would like to pick up and put there, or are you going to transition to quarter? Because this piece would be just as amazing in quarter. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's identical twin.
Yeah, like I said, like I love 1/6. I 1/4 is a sweet spot for me, but 1/6 is great because you're trying to, depending on the kind of line you're doing, you can, like I said, like you can get more in there for the line, less space being taken up. But for honestly, if you didn't tell me it was 1/6, I from looking at it, I was like, oh, that's a 1/4.
Yeah.
To me, it looks
Yeah, it
great.
looks
I don't think there's anything like lost per se. I don't know if you jump to 1/4, if it's that much like. But I don't think it's that kind of statue where like I'd say like, hey, if you go in 1/4, man, the presence and all this other stuff. I'm like, getting this in 1/6, I don't think is a problem, you know, for this kind of piece. I actually really like it. So, but
yeah,
definitely I can see this in my collection at some point. 'Cause I love Green Lanterns, and I don't think, well, hopefully James Gunn can do it justice because I know he is actually gonna go in the corpse route in space and stuff like that. Finally,
Space Cops.
yeah.
I'm a huge fan of the Lantern Corps, and like one of my biggest storylines is the Brightest Day, Blackest Night. I'm not gonna go into the whole story. Yeah, and the Tales of Sinestro, the Parallax, and anyway, but I just, to flush out all the lanterns and stuff like that, I would like to get like all the Green Lanterns lined up and a couple of the different let's say colors. But yeah, I like it, man. Like
I was reading up. I guess DC created a new lantern. Did you see that?
yes,
yeah, the Lantern of Sorrow. I'm like, where'd you come up with this? Like,
I know.
Like, what's his power? Like depression? Like, what's his power?
Yeah. Well,
So
Scott Snyder had introduced
Oh,
a spectrum of lanterns that was supposed to be like from the spectrum we can't.
Scott Snyder, not Zack Snyder. Scott Snyder. He's
not
not
Zack Snyder.
Scott Snyder.
Scott
Different
Snyder.
Snyder,
Yeah.
not related.
Yeah.
Now,
Don't hate every Snyder, Marcos.
Yeah. Can some people accuse Pope maybe of being overrated a little bit at times? Yes, but Scott Snyder introduced like a concept of which spectrum lanterns that was beyond the spectrum we can see which Sinestro was like the first one, and everybody hated it and was quickly forgotten. But yeah, no.
So what do you think, Lane? What do you think?
I love that piece. Of course, I'm still waiting on third scale Sinestro sometime, hopefully this millennium, to actually get to our place so I can get it, because he's my favorite lantern. I did own the 1/6 scale XM God of Fear Sinestro, which is him with the armor and stuff, where he's merged with Parallax, the entity of fear. And FBJ, Freddie, I think you meant core, not corpse, right?
Corpse. I thought I said corpse, but yes, if I didn't, corpse. Yes, Green Lantern corpse.
Core, not corpse. Corpse is when they're dead body.
Yes.
I heard it too. I was like,
thank you. Thank you.
Grammar Nazi.
Thank you. I stand corrected.
I mean, there were plenty of Black Lanterns, which were
no, because you know what it was? Because I was talking about Brightest Day, Blackest Night, and if you read the storyline, there's a lot of corpse involved with that. So like my mind, so that's what I was just like, thank you.
Green Lantern corpse.
Yes.
Well, literally, it is. The biggest core was the Black Lanterns, because they're
Blackest Night.
So Marcos, compared to in terms of dynamics, and you have 1/6 anime stuff, where would you put this kind of on the spectrum with it?
So Paint Drop looks a little bit better on most of my like anime pieces. I love my anime pieces though, but like I said, this is the reason why I love this piece, especially in that 1/4 scale. It's like an anime piece in 1/4, which makes it huge, obviously, but ambitious. It makes the piece better, in my opinion. I love big bases. I think Jimmy does too, with like Prime One pieces. Like, it does make a difference. Like I know, Will, you like kind of museum, like museum pieces, but for me, it's just anime pieces are kind of my thing too. I do like a big base, not a storytelling base, but definitely a base that is big, dynamic, a lot of pieces moving with it, and also with Freddie. So they're doing like they said a cop show or a cop movie, I think, with the Green Lantern.
I'm excited for that one.
So they don't do this thing. So they got to get Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan together. Hal Jordan's the goofy, kind of cocky guy. And then it's like a buddy cop movie. So and then Jon Stewart's like the straight-laced guy, military guy. It's easy. If James Gunn does not do that, I will be so.
I'm excited. Well, first of all, we know he can do it because he's did Guardians. Just the fact that I know he's done Guardians and that he's touching Green Lantern core. Like I know for a fact that I think he's gonna knock it out the park. I really do.
He's gonna kill it.
All Hal Jordan has to be is literally what Chris Pratt was in Guardians. That's all he has to be. Literally, that's what Hal Jordan is basically. So. With powers, obviously. But Jon Stewart, he's my favorite Lantern. So I told Jay, because at the first concept of his 1/3 Green Lantern, he had that switch out with Jon Stewart. I was like, oh my gosh, if you do that, I'm gonna get it. But he did not do it. So licensing issues, he said. But yeah, no, it was like it was on our show. Jimmy was like, oh, so that's coming out. He's like, no, unfortunately, DC's like, oh my fucking DC, what are you doing? I know, licensing is a whole different issue with companies. It's crazy sometimes, but for me, I think this is, as of right now, licensing wise, this is my favorite Green Lantern, and the 1/4 scale one for sure. So
to answer your question, go ahead, Freddie.
No, sorry, I was because the Marcos had made a point to like the whole big base. I actually for the lanterns, I think big bases works, and like you need to show their constructs, and it's just like, to me, I think it adds more than if it was just, I don't know, like not even a museum piece, but like you'll see something and then out of their hands you see like one or two, like you need to see something being built, right? From a lantern. So I think the big bases like really work out for that. Like with this one, I like that you actually see a nice construct for the base and going out. So I think for me, I think all lanterns should have like a really good, decent sized base, like making some kind of construct to show its powers. Yeah.
I do like this construct way better than the Hal Jordan, the one I reviewed. He's got like the quad rockets.
Yeah.
He's kind of like on a rock or an asteroid or something. I really like how they thought of the mech. Where they got the mech from, I don't know, but I really like the way they implemented this. This piece is 16 and a half inches tall from the tip of the rocket to the bottom of the base. So it's 11-11. What's that?
Is this the 6 scale?
Yeah, it's the 6 scale. For some reason, I thought he said it was quarter, so I advertised it as quarter. I apologize again. It is the 1/6 scale. So the quarter scale, I would imagine this might be like 20, 21 inches tall.
Yeah.
Like maybe 4 inches taller than what this is. And Marcos, you're right. I do like museum pose, mainly because I like the stoicness of a museum pose. But if I could get this in quarter scale that's as condensed as a museum pose, I'd probably get something like that, right? Because it saves a lot of space when you're displaying. So yeah, big bases are great. But if you're in a tiny apartment or something like that, you gotta, even if you had the money, you're like, what would I do with this and where would I put it?
And another thing too, obviously it's harder to put together too when you have a big base with more dynamic.
Yeah,
you ain't lying.
Sure.
Dude, like some of the pieces take me like an hour 30, just because like I'm fitting small characters in 1/6 kind of in like inside of the whole construct basically. So yeah, it can.
Well, these guys got to have a really good laugh at me when I was putting together Poison Ivy 1/3 scale, as I was going like fooling with just a big piece of rock that I couldn't figure out how it was supposed to connect it to.
That's amazing.
So next, Alan, what do you think?
No, I like it a lot. I am really a fan of when they can incorporate a translucent or transparent green like resin with it, as opposed to it being all painted polystone. That's just my own personal. But I do like the way they added the metallic green. That adds a lot of pop to the paint job, and I like the whole concept of it. I think it looks really good. But I have to say, I mean, I like this, but for me, the 3rd scale Green Lantern and Sinestro from Prime 1, those two for me are like my favorites. If I had the room and I wanted a Green Lantern and Sinestro, those would be the ones that I would probably grab. I just really like what they've done with those 2 pieces, especially the Sinestro. I think the Sinestro from Prime 1 actually looks better than the Green Lantern.
You're making Lane feel bad now.
Which ones does Lane have?
Well, so Alan, I get that, but I can definitely say, because I had the 1/6 scale God of Fear Sinestro, which is the only way to get him in with the parallax armor. That one was like 19 inches tall, so it was like 19.2 inches or something. It was huge. With like him standing on parallax standing if you're was the base for the whole thing. I'm sure the quarter scale for this, there's a lot more, you'll even more get the presence inside.
Yeah, I think the quarter scale and what Will has in front of him, I think it's going to be have a lot more visual punch to it.
Yes.
Than it does in 6 scale, no question. And I do like a lot of I was looking at the base a little closer, and on the one side of the base, it looks like this very intricate, almost looks like mechanical or wiring stuff going on down in there, which I really like as well.
Yeah, in the show. Jimmy, what do you think?
I'm trying not to be biased because I've always loved this statue. The first time I saw it, it was just incredible. I really think it's great. I think the seam lines could have been done a little bit better, and that's not just this statue. That's a ton of different ones that I've seen in the past from XM. I have to agree with Alan on the smoke. I think it could have been done a little differently to try and maybe a little bit more shading, just something a little bit different to where I know it's trying to match like the power of Green Lantern, so it makes sense in how it's working. But I think that would have been a nice touch. I think that the translucent would have been a little bit better for me personally. But the paint job is great. I really like the sculpt on the actual portrait. It looks good. And the shine on his gauntlets look really awesome. I think that was a real nice touch as well. I'll give this 7.5 out of 10. Really good. Really good.
Nice. For me, there are a few caveats to this piece. I typically, it's just a pet peeve of mine. Okay, so the seam line for sure, and I like the pose. I like everything about his construct. I really like the front end, kind of like swirling and then creating everything. Is very good touch. I just don't care for the angle of the portrait. I've always wanted eye level portraits. He's looking down, so that means you're gonna have to display him up if you want to look at him, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, like my Batman 1000, he's looking down, but he comes with several portraits, so I have the one where he's facing forward.
Right.
So this is the one I care for because I like to be eye level with certain pieces. Then there are certain pieces that you can display lower, and there might be looking up. Hal Jordan, 1/3 prime 1, for example, he's up like this and his head's tilted up. So you're like, okay, I need to display him down more so I can, when I look down, I see his portrait because that's really the key factor, right, to every statue. So that's just a little pet peeve of mine. I don't like that he's kind of looking downwards. I get the dynamics of it. I do agree with you guys with the smoke now that I think about it. In person, the shading and everything looks good. I just got so much lighting on both sides at a 45-degree angle, so you're not going to see much of the shading. But if they did a translucent like their Hal Jordan and painted the translucent, so you get a little translucent, a little shading, not just green translucent. That just looks terrible. It would have been a lot more better. And not only that, you probably wouldn't have seen the seam line as much with a clear translucent than you would with this painting.
So let me just say something real quick about translucent resin and non-translucent. So my favorite piece in my collection is my Akai Inu Jime Palace piece, and it has a huge light up feature that lights up. You can see the light up perfectly, and it's actually closer to this, like that material, than it is to clear resin. So you can do I don't know what they used, but whatever they did, this piece should have had that because you could do a light up feature with that because it looks, like I said, similar to this, like material. It looks like that, like kind of looks matte, kind of. It doesn't look like clear resin, but you can see perfectly right through. And the light up feature on that piece is, I know the Godlike people have seen it. Like it's one of the best for sure for me, best one. So you could do like I said, I don't know what they use, but it's not a clear resin, but they should probably use that material. This one for sure would have been all Green Lantern pieces are enhanced if they had a light up feature, especially one that moved around the whole base. Like, imagine if it went from the back of the robot all the way up to the missile, something like that.
So to piggyback off that, I got a commissioner working on a 1/3 Green Lantern, and I know I spoke about this before.
Yeah.
I just got word that it's in paint. The master painters had like 6 ahead of me or something. He had a lot of paint ahead of mine. The paint scheme that I requested was the same as Prime 1's paint scheme. But I asked them to do a reflective kind of green for the lantern and for the power source. It doesn't. He's not creating a construct because I want museum pose. But this green, when you put a black light to it, it's like it's glowing with the light effect. So I'm going to display him with the black light. I don't know if the black light will work on this screen, but at least the green I have. I'm going to try to get an update next week and see where it's at in terms of what the paint looks like. And hopefully by the end of this year, they'll ship it and I'll do a live unboxing on that custom piece because I've been waiting for it since last year. And Commissioner was going through some issues and stuff with factory, but now it seems like he's at the master paint. So I'm super excited for that 1/3 Green Lantern.
You said you have to have black light to get the effect on it. You said black light.
Yeah. The type of green, it's kind of like you guys seen that 1/3 Mr. Manhattan.
Yeah,
is that right? Where you shut off the light and you put a black light, he glows.
Yeah,
he glows blue. Well, it's the same thing with the green.
He's on the clock, right?
Yeah.
That piece
so when you shut it off, it's a good piece, and you put that black light, he glows. Well, the green on my Green Lantern will do the same thing for the construct and the flames and stuff. So super excited. I'll set up a black light, and when we do the live unboxing, I'll kill everything, just do the black light, and we'll get that effect, and we'll go from there. But yeah, if we're talking about 1/3, this is an epic piece.
So you mentioned you're doing a piece in museum. I don't think there's been any company out there that actually has a Green Lantern construct, right? Because I think Prime One, there's this museum, right? I think they're like holding like a lantern.
He's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's moving, but it's not really. But it's not really a construct though. It's just showing the light, right? Same thing with Sinestro and what's the other dude's name? Starro, whatever his name is. But because I'm thinking, I'm just like, because like I was saying before, I was just like, one of the good things about the lanterns is their constructs, and I'm like, I kind of get why, like that's not really tackled, but like I think that's like a part of Green Lanterns, like to like see like their willpower, like what they build, like this. That's why like I really like this XM piece. Like I like that they attempted to do a construct because I don't think I can't remember out of my head like has attempted to do it. I think they're the only one license that has actually done a construct, which is why I really like this piece. Yes, I wish that it did light up like Marco's anime, and I do agree with Alan and you, it being bigger, you know, will give it more presence. But just overall, I love the construct stuff, man. I just wish like more would do it, you know.
So John Stewart's sideshow actually has pretty much a construct. It's like a missile kind of launcher on his right. Like,
who made that one?
Sideshow.
Sideshow? Really? I don't remember. Okay.
In my opinion,
it's an older piece though. That one.
Yeah, it's a great piece. It actually goes like if you're selling it right now, actually you get more than what you bought it for sure. So, but yeah, that piece has a construct. It has like some type of gun construct, but it's really cool. It's one of the better pieces.
Yeah, because it shows. To me, it shows because it shows what the lanterns are all about. I get the whole like you have a lantern. You know what I'm saying? If you play the video game Injustice, which I love by the way, one of Green Lantern's powers, his finishing move or fatality, is him actually constructing like a giant size kind of transformer and like blasting his opponents. Yeah, and when you watch it, I'm like, that is because that's what I think about when I think of Lantern. When you read the comics, they're always using their willpower to best you and like build something. And so I love. That's why I say I love Green Lantern so much. That's why when the movie comes out, I'm gonna geek out, man. I love lanterns. Their
whole power is like if you're not a non-creative person, you will not be a good lantern.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. Right. That's why I know, like I said, Rayner. I said it earlier. Like he is like an artist. Like before he became a lantern, so he had better like constructs than everybody.
Which is why he's the most powerful because
he's like the. What's his
White Lantern. He was the White Lantern.
Robbins. He's like not Jason Todd. I don't know why I'm saying that. Tim's Drake. He's like the redheaded stepchild, meaning like he actually is a really good Robin, but he gets shitted on by the writers and the creators. So,
No. I actually have to say, even though like even this one's so scale, I like this one so much better than the recent Sideshow Hal Jordan one. That one,
I do too.
It's just the worst. Like, let's have him look. He's in a Superman pose.
Exactly.
But he's not even like looking like I'm like. If you wanted him like even kind of floating in the air, do him up in the air, kind of like that, but where he's facing forward. Maybe not without all the extra energy cast and all that kind of stuff. You know, like the third scale. But like he just like.
It's like, a decent statue, though. It's a decent statue.
It's decent, but like I said, it's decent. But when you display them, it's an awkward display, right?
You have to put them down
because they're both like this, and you're like, you need glass shelves or something.
He looks like a guided missile,
right?
Like with his pose there. I know. It's weird. But
we need more lanterns. We need more lanterns.
You know, Freddie, I agree with you in terms of the construct, and that's part of the whole thing. I chose this museum, and what it is, he's kind of floating on his flames, and it's coming out of his ring, and he's kind of got a look. It's actually, I'm just going to promote that out there. And I'm not being anything with this group, but he is a fellow Brazilian. He has a Patreon. It's CA3D. He created this Green Lantern, and the commissioner asked him if he could print one. He said, okay. I had to modify the portrait a little bit, though. It does look different from slightly different, just, more facial features, something a little bit more different. He modified the base a little bit because he would be so heavy that he'll break the bottom. So we had to modify the base in terms of the pegs and then just working on the color. But I think it's going to go great with what at least I have, the Batman 1000, the Hush Superman 52, Wonder Woman from Prime 1. She's a little dynamic. She's got her sword and her shield. She's kind of like landing on the clouds, on her base. And just need a few more to have my museum line. But I said, I wouldn't. Go ahead.
Will that Green Lantern be the first of many Green Lanterns to come, or is this a one-off?
I think for my 1/3 line museum, I think it's just going to be a one-off because it's like something I put together, right? And I kind of had some artistical direction with it and how we wanted to change certain things and do the coloring. So it's kind of special because it is a one-off. No one else has it, right?
I can't wait to see it. We could always use more Green Lanterns, man. All right, man. Any lantern.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I would like to see them do Jessica Cruz. I think that would be cool because I haven't really seen any except in the STL world. There's a good Jessica Cruz out there. Ground affected, print one and painted it. He's awesome. If you haven't seen Ground affected, check out his paint job. I'm pretty sure Mr. Allen there with 3 art degrees could do better, but not all of us have that talent, right?
No.
Don't be modest, Alan. Okay, don't be modest.
He's being very modest.
You're too modest. Me and Freddie Bell way too modest. We know that.
So if you guys are good with this, I'll bring out the surprise unboxing for everybody to check out. I can put him away, and we'll move to the next one. It's going to be a fairly quick piece. We're about an hour in. We'll bring the other one out. We'll talk about it, and then after that, if you guys have any other subjects, we could do a little like live unboxing shenanigan kind of situation, like I always do on my channel. So, and then the future live unboxings I'll be doing, I'll go ahead and let you guys know. So the chat and whoever else is watching this later on can be excited and just subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell because when it comes, I'm going to put it out there. And unfortunately, I'm a last minute guy because I'm so busy. I kind of got to do these things last minute. So let me pull him off. I'll set him in his place, and then we'll grab the other one.
One thing I hope XM never stops doing is giving us proximity pieces and like artwork and stuff like that. I love that they do that because I'm a huge fan, or like as far as like having like display pieces, plaques, stuff like that. I'm just like, I love that they do that. It sounds like little, some people may not display, but I'm like, I like that they do it, especially the artwork.
So there was go ahead, Alan.
Freddie, you display all of the anything that they send as far as a COA or a plaque or something like that?
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Like even if I don't get to frame it, like behind me, you can't really see it. Yeah. But like for all of those pieces, all of the COAs are right behind them. If I can't frame it yet, I leave it out because I love the authenticity of the piece. You know what I'm saying? And the numbering and all that stuff. That's just me. Like I love it. So.
Yeah, I love so that that Guts piece, the Kotska and Guts piece they Kramer was doing in their studio, like their big studio, not like the public one, but like their private one. They have an art print of the piece, and like they should have done a super bonus feature. I know it's probably a lot harder to do, obviously, but like with that art print as like the bonus deluxe edition, whatever you want to call it, I would have bought that 100%. Because like. I love art prints. Like a lot of us do, like Jimmy does too. Alan, we saw your collection 100%. Freddie, I know you love art prints. I love art prints.
Josh,
Josh too. Oh yeah, Josh does too. Noah has some too. I think Brian does too. Yeah, so like most collectors like art prints, guys. We're fucking dorks. We all get it.
Well, here you guys go. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it out so you guys can see.
Surprise, Freddie.
There you go, Freddie.
Come on, Freddie.
1/6 scale, Hot Toys, 1989 Batmobile.
Freddie, I thought about you when I saw this earlier.
Hey, Freddie.
I feel like I'm there.
I wish you were, Freddie. I wish you were.
Mara, if we could put up a hashtag enable Freddie, this is the time to do it because you can't find this. Let's get this into Freddie's hand by like this time next week.
Well, Freddie doesn't like vehicles. He doesn't collect that stuff.
Let me pull up my seat.
So, Alex,
He's got every vehicle,
it was
man.
a Berserk exhibition, but they still should have found a way to make it possible that you can get the art print with it. Yeah.
I am. Yeah. So I walked in here, and Michael, he's a bit
box,
sneaky. Michael doesn't tell me what he collects and buys, and eventually one day he feels happy, and he's like, "Hey, look what I got!" And I'm like, "You a-hole! You should have told me that earlier. It's like a prep." So I got here, and he's like, and I see it in the corner. He didn't say anything. I'm like, "What is that?" He's like, "Oh yeah, that just came in." I was like, "Well, thanks for letting me know." So surprise unboxing, which is awesome, and I'm super excited that Freddie's this excited. Very, very excited. So I'll bring out some other. So let me put this box to the side. Let me get. There is like a top. So the styrofoam had this like top art cover to it. So I'm gonna grab the top art cover.
Lane, where's yours? Did you get one?
I ended up canceling mine.
Whoa!
I think
Hey.
talking about art pieces.
Yeah.
Talking about art pieces right there.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you guys talking about canvases and prints? This would be excellent. You get a frame for this sucker and put it up right above it. It'd be epic, or right below it. But I really love that. When I saw that on there, I was like, "Oh wow, that's pretty tight, man." I love
the idea. I love the idea, but I don't like that the side they did it on. That's
what?
I would like to have the side view because that's where most collectors pose it as the side view of the car. Obviously, so.
That front view is nice.
Yeah. No, the front view is nice.
Great idea, though.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
that was a cool touch. And then so there also is for Marcos there is that kind of side view right there.
There you go.
It's a little bit smaller.
That would have been a lot better, guys. Come on now.
Let me get out of the light.
Hey, some people like it from the back too, man. So it's a matter of preference.
That's me.
That's got some of the instructions.
Yeah, and the instructions on the back. Oh, that's upside down. There you go. I'm sorry for the plastics like ricochets. It's hard to sell. There you go.
Will, this is the what company? My gosh, I'm blanking out.
Hot Toys.
Yeah, it's Hot Toys. Oh, I thought it actually was Freddie. What's the other one?
Oh yeah, that's Jazz Inc. I have that coming in soon, a couple months.
That's what you have coming in. Yeah, I knew you had one.
Yeah.
That's a bigger one.
So this is gonna be a little bit challenging. I might have to have Michael look at this, even though everything's okay. There's English in there. A lot of small pieces.
Where is Michael?
Yeah,
he's off to the corner.
Okay. I was like, where is this guy at here?
I felt bad. I'm like, come on. I told him earlier backstage, I'm like, get in the screen, man.
I had to put my camera up close for this.
I get it, though. Some people don't like it. I get it. So I love hearing myself talk. You guys know that. So
what's going on, Stanley? I see you in the chat, man.
Okay.
Trying to support Will this evening, man. He's doing amazing unboxings for us, and not to mention he's sweating to death in that place, so he's getting it all together for everyone, and
a legit workout for him right now.
I'm telling you, if I could, I would get this one as well, which I might have two Batmobiles.
You know, this one actually has a little Batman. I did not know it had the little Batman in there. That's cool. Gonna be kind of cool. So, Michael, look at the instructions. Some stuff takes batteries. So let me grab the box for you guys, just the styrofoam, so you kind of have an understanding of kind of what we got going on here.
Wow, that's big.
Okay, They got the straps.
1-6 people.
And then
how does
as you can see some of the parts there?
Beautiful.
Yep. How does Hot Toys have straps over fucking Prime One? What is Prime One doing? Come on now, like get some damn straps. Come on now, Prime One. It's over.
Strap up, man. That should be everybody's.
Dude. Gosh, everybody's doing it besides.
It's such a big box, man.
So, like, what I want to do is because I have DFs already, like, I already determined what vehicle's going in what. I want to have the Batmobile in my Maju Case DF series, and then I'm gonna put the Batman like posed up right in the front, man, and Jazz Inc. is Lane already knows they're doing the Catwoman. I'm putting her up right next to him too, man. Oh, I
Which
can't wait.
Catwoman? Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
You're not a Hathaway fan or what?
She is coming home. I like Hathaway, but Michelle Pfeiffer is she's the queen of Catwoman. So
she is the goddess of
Catwoman.
Yes.
She did an amazing job at with what she was given with. 100%. Like she killed it.
Freddie, did you order the any of the versions of the JMD?
Oh boy!
Nope, because I was waiting.
Oh my god, guys! Oh my god!
Oh, come on! I want to see
man,
it.
I wish I had my freaking gloves. I don't even want to touch it. Shit.
Those sweaty palms, man! Like you know, about the room of the fucking Batmobile. Here we go.
Like the '89 Batmobile to me is like one of the holy trinity of vehicles, man. You got '89 Batmobile, you got the Ecto one, and then you have the DeLorean. Like those three, to me, it's like the trinity. Oh
man, that was so nice. Now, this is 2.0 does not have some of the things that were with.
Yeah.
Love that paint job.
It's similar. It looks good. It looks like matte black, huh?
Yeah. It's similar, but it does not have the original 1.0 came with the hard shell that could go over the entire Batmobile to cover it.
Yeah.
But it was just a thin piece of plastic. But apparently that one scratched the hell out of the body on the original.
What do you guys think is the best Batmobile in film right now?
In film right now?
Yes.
Or
so far?
This one is still my favorite. I probably would say I'd like the Batman one just because it's like a souped up Dodge.
Mustang, Camaro,
yeah.
Modern
this one for me surely off of nostalgia and what it represents and what it started for me. But if like what Lane says, man, it's that on second for me. Second place is that the muscle car from the Batman. Like you can't deny it.
This one to me is like the perfect mix of quote realistic kind of
fantasy,
with the comic fantasy.
Yep.
I mean, because there are other people who drive this car.
Yeah.
So
I just hate the little dodo in the front. That's the only thing I hate about this one.
So the machine guns pop up. The machine gun does pop up, and it moves side to side, and it tilts. But I can't get this other one to tilt, so I'm not going to force it. So I'm trying to, but it's kind of like stuck there, and they're both supposed to go up.
I think there's a tool maybe that helps pop it.
And also, Jimmy and Alan and Will, what do you guys think is the best Batmobile in film? Or
I'm looking at it right now. 89 is my favorite.
Will
knows. Fact.
89 is my favorite, dude. Marcos, I said this before, okay? You're looking at a panel of guys over 40 pretty much. Our favorite's going to be the 89 and 92, okay? 89 and 92. It's just the way it is.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. Let it go, Marcos. It's okay.
I love older movies too, guys. I get it. Come on
now. Hey,
the Kiss. I love the Tumblr too, man. That's my number 3.
No, Tumblr is the absolute worst. That's
so for the rockets, if you want to cover up the rockets, they have the plates here.
Nice.
So you just kind of place them in there, and you'll cover up the rockets.
The tumbler is the worst to actually place in.
100%. I mean, it's
so wide.
Yes, it's the worst fucking thing. I love Nolan. He's a great director. That was fucking.
Let me tell you. Like, I'm gonna share. There's a video. Actually, there's probably a couple of like a person who actually owns a tumbler. You know, they had it made. You know how they get the replica, or whatever. They do it or whatever, and actually drove like a dude, like some rich boy or whatever. Him and his like 4 friends or whatever. And they take the tumbler out on the street at like in the evening time and then at night. And that thing was like a showstopper. They went to the gas station. Cops even like pulled in the gas station to see what was going on. People taking pictures. They just drove. But I'm saying yes, you're thinking like movie, but if you see that thing, man, I'm like,
in real life, a tank
presence.
Cool. I'm just saying,
it's
any
presence
tank on the street will look cool. There's no doubt.
But that's what it is, though. But that's what the Batmobile is. It's a weapon. It's a tank.
Yeah,
it's just a stupid ass.
Literally, unfortunately, if I was going to get something real, like one of these quote fantasy cars made that you actually can get made a replica and drive, I'm getting freaking Kit from Knight Rider, man.
I would have
I'm getting Kit, man.
I'm getting Kit. I'm getting Kit. Kit's getting Kit. It's being done. It's
a normal car. It can be a normal sized car.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So there are like Gatling hooks that go on the side of it. What I'm gonna do is, how about I do this? Let me zoom in again. I'm gonna tilt this thing down, even though it's being stubborn.
Man, that car is huge, man.
Man, I'm seeing this again, and I want to buy it.
I want it like right now.
Jazz,
right now.
And Freddie, what show do we not disagree on? At least one or two, three things, you know.
I don't know.
Okay, so right here, so that's a good angle. Actually, it's really good. So right here, there's a little switch. Bring that down, and you throw your little Gatling off to the side right there.
Whoa.
And that's pretty much it. If you like that, there's another one here on the other side. So I'll go ahead and place it in.
That close-up shot, Will, is amazing.
Yeah, I love it. Now, I have seen Freddie, and you might be able to comment on this, though. For the Batman 89 6-scale, the upcoming Jazzy one. Now, guys, to put it into comparison, the Jazzy one is costing about twice as much as this one does. I think it's what, like 1,500, Freddie, or so, 1,600.
Yeah, a little bit more, but about.
But
give or take. Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on with the other one. This one kind of goes in all the way. The one on this side, right there, sticks out. It will not go through. It's like they didn't drill the hole or something. So it's kind of deadhead there. So not sure what's going on with that, if that's part of it or what. I'm pushing and it seems solid. So I need to be super careful with something that is not mine. So that's those the two small Gatlings there. So I'm still reviewing it. It does come with a magnetic key for some of the openings.
Yeah.
So this is just so you can, not force things open.
The top. Yeah, and the top cover. Yeah.
There you go. So you can open those sides up. Not sure what I think those are for like the.
It's for the top. The top to pull the so Batman can go inside and drive the top part with the hood. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. There's
no.
It's not just for that, but he has the discs he throws.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the small.
Oh, yeah.
So each of those go on the inside here. I think I can open it more, but it's just like I hate to force it.
It's not strong enough, or
no, it opens, but it's just like I don't know. When it comes to other people's stuff, I try to be super,
conservative.
I just don't want to force anything because sometimes, that's very stiff. So I'm just gonna place them in there because that's where they go.
That always gets me nervous too, man. Like thinking if I force it open, will it break?
Yeah. See. So then you just kind of close it, and then if you want to open it, you just use the magnet and you open it. So we'll leave that there. Okay. It might flop around once I move it, but I'm just worried about breakage, not really that other stuff.
Now I will say you definitely do not.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
okay. And
let me look at the
What's up, nice guy?
What's up, nice guy?
To answer Marcos's question, my favorite Batmobile is the 89.
Yep.
And just one comment regarding all of the Batmobiles. In every single movie, or at least in the comics, Batman creates his own Batmobile.
Yes.
The only one that he did not is the Tumbler, and that's why I'm not a big fan of it, because Batman didn't create the tumbler.
Alan, you're a genius. That's
What do you call it? Wayne Enterprises created the tumbler, and he just kind of painted it black and took it over. But the Pattinson and this version and the Val Kilmer and everyone else made their own. So I have more respect for those Batmobiles than the tumbler. That's all I got to
The reason
say.
why he does that too, Alan, is because if you get the tumbler off, Wayne Enterprise, they can trace that back to Batman, or at least Bruce Wayne. So like,
no, of course,
he does that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which is what happened in the movie. The Lucius Fox and stuff. They traced the stupid guy. He traced it back because he was using the funds, allocating it.
Yeah, I love Nolan, but that was like a big mistake he made. He's not, dude.
But again, that concept that you said, which he followed through in the movie, which is basically he did get caught in the movie. So it wasn't just like how could you do that? He did get caught, so it was in the story. You know what I mean?
Part of League of Shadows, obviously, Bane caught him, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So like, but it's
Camo tumbler too. Bane got souped up.
At least it wasn't as bad as fucking Zack Snyder Batman. So that's all that matters. So.
Hey, Alan, didn't you have that Batwing?
What's that, Jimmy?
Didn't you have that Batwing by what company was it that had that? Didn't you buy that? Jazz Inc. That's right.
Jazz Inc. Yeah, I didn't have
Sorry, Alan. So that back piece came off, and then oh shit.
Oh,
excuse me. No brakes. We're good.
Okay, all right, you're good.
No brakes.
Gosh, Will, come on now. Will, come on now. Focus up, bro.
See that back. Show me that back.
It's not your piece, man.
Yeah. Sorry about that. So yeah, it comes off, and then there's 3 AA batteries for the light up or the turbos. And then, so what I want to do is I put the wings on there on the side, as you guys can see.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna pull it off so you guys can see the cockpit.
Okay.
So the inside of the cockpit, I'll pull that off. Man, I dropped that piece. I almost bought this Batmobile off this guy.
Yeah.
Fucking Will, man.
Damn.
Oh,
When
nice.
you drop this, Will, it's over, man. Just saying.
Calm down.
Will, do you have batteries or no?
Yeah. He's getting the bat. Check out that cockpit, guys.
That's
I
nice.
want to see it lit up. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get the batteries. If Michael, you have a small screwdriver, we'll go ahead and do that. There are some other pieces here that I got to figure out what the heck to go to.
So,
Okay.
Freddie, what was the price between this and Jazz Inc? Was it a big?
Jazz Inc is about $1,500. That's not including shipping.
Okay.
And Hot Toys is, what is it, Lane? 800-900 probably,
Really?
or was it less?
Oh no, this one's like I think it was 800, 810,
Yeah.
or
Somewhere around it. Yeah.
No, 715. It was 715.
So basically half the price.
Yeah,
What's
so
the
I
difference?
saw someone post a picture of both of them, like side by side on
Oh,
this
you did.
basically.
Yeah,
And Jazz Inc definitely looked better for sure. There's no
Okay.
doubt. But
Well, so you're sacrificing detail,
Exactly.
pretty much over price, which is 100% like, hey, I'm glad that there are those kind of options, because for me personally, I do want the Batmobile at some point, but I won't go Jazz Inc route. If Hot Toys ever did it, that's the route I would go, because it's not my Batmobile where I care about all those details. I just want a representation to throw up in a case that's decent quality, and that's what I'll get.
Well,
You know what I
Freddie,
mean?
they actually did do the Batman one, right?
Hot Toys,
Hot Toys.
they pulled the flex. Hot Toys pulled the flex. They actually teased it in shows, but they never put it out for order.
The Batmobile.
The Batmobile, yeah.
There's your lights.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's pretty good
so
lighting.
Nice.
It's pretty good lighting from what I've heard, but not the best.
All right, I'm going to stand it up so you guys can look at the lighting on the inside.
How heavy
Yes.
is that, Will?
It's not that heavy. Maybe I'd say 20 pounds, maybe.
Oh, still good weight.
That looks nice.
Don't
One
drop
thing, guys,
Don't drop it.
one thing you do not want to try and put in here
Don't
is one
jinx
of the Batman 6 scale figures. The new one or the old DX09.
Yes, do not.
Do not
Do
do
not.
that. You will kill the suit like faster than
Do
you
not.
can say bing bang boom to the
Yeah, so Jazz Inc. will be or they're in the process of creating, but they will put out for order a hero Batman that actually is just made just to sit in a vehicle, whether it be Hot Toys or anything. So that's what I'll be getting to put in there.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting one too, Freddie.
Oh,
Oh, yes, nice, excellent. Yeah, because I want a Batman inside. That's what I want.
What would you guys say is kind of backtracking on what I said earlier? What is the worst Batmobile you guys seen in the movies?
Tumblr?
I say Tumblr for me. Tumblr, easy. It's horrific. It's an embarrassment, honestly. I love Nolan too. He's one of my favorite directors, but it's bad.
Batman Forever is cool.
I like it. That's the only good thing about that movie is that Batmobile is actually representation of kind of comic accurate, Batmobile.
Batman and Robin.
That was kind of nice too, Freddie. I kind of like that one as well.
No, I like it too. I think here it goes. It's the Tumblr camel version. I'm gonna have to say that one.
But then
Okay, all right.
No, color matters. Color matters.
Yeah, but it wasn't you remember, like, it was not his Batmobile at that point. So
I hear you.
no, but what about you, Lane? Worst Batmobile in movies?
Oh, worst Batmobile in the movies was definitely the Batmobile from Batman and Robin. Actually, the entire Bat vehicle fleet that we saw.
You don't like that neon blue? I love it.
No, they look like glorified Zamboni machines.
Yeah, I lean towards what Lane is saying. That's why I was like Batman and Robin, but I was like, what's worse than that for me is the camel like Tumblr. Like I can't.
Yeah, but those were that's what they originally looked like.
No, I know. I just because the Tumblr itself is already like for me, and then to add the camel to it is just like
but I just hate the Batman and Robin because those look
the movie sucks. No, the movie sucks.
Those vehicles look like they were designed for 7-year-olds, which they were to help sell toys. But I just that's my least favorite. But I hate all 3 vehicles that they debuted in that. So I just hate everything about that movie for the
look at the light on that.
Yeah, that actually I have to say the front lights there actually work better than I thought. Some people had told me how they
Alan, what about you though, man? Worst Batmobile?
What's the question? I'm sorry.
Worst Batmobile in movies.
Well, you're not going to like. Well, for me, it's a toss-up between the Tumblr and the Pattinson one.
Oh shoot! Okay, there we go. I understand it. It's a muscle car.
It's just it looks like the Pattinson one looks like something out of Mad Max.
Yeah, it does.
I don't. It's not a Batmobile for me.
I 100% get that.
Yeah.
You like it, but I get that 100%. Jimmy?
Tumblr's the worst for me.
Yeah, Tumblr's the worst. Thank you. At least I love that you guys said Tumblr's at least bottom 2. It's
just because, like you said, it's literally a mobile armored personnel carrier version.
Exactly, and like Freddie, I get what you're saying, but like it's a showstopper when it gets like in people's faces. But it's any tank. Like, if you put a tank on the street, it's gonna look cool.
Arnold drives his old tank on the street sometimes.
It's not a cool thing to see, obviously, but you know.
So it has this kind of lazy Susan built into it.
That's cool.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yep, that wasn't a movie. He had to turn.
It was.
So
that was in a movie.
The only thing with that, it just sits. It's not really like bolted on or anything.
Yeah.
The print shows something else that I'm trying to read here and try to figure out what the heck it's talking about.
I actually, when I get mine, I actually might prop mine up on that thing too to give it some more height when I display it. Apparently, this thing moves because the direction says unscrew and remove the lock at the rear wheels before activation.
So there is like another section below. The screwdriver is too small for me to open it.
Okay.
And then you can unlock the wheels because they do look like they do spin. The front ones do. And there's tape. I'm not going to take tape off, but they do spin. And yeah, that's the turntable from the movie. Pretty badass.
That's hot.
That's cool. Yeah.
That is fire.
Oh,
But
Will,
it's,
you're not
like I
going to
said,
keep
it's not-
this, man? You're not going to keep
No, this is Michael's. I've been Michael's a good friend, but not that good.
Yeah, all right. You know what? Dang, the Batmobile, the Batfleckmobile. That's a. I like
Also,
that.
the Batmobile was also in the Flash movie, by the way. I saw a third movie it was in.
It was, yeah.
Batmobile. I actually do like the one. The only thing that Zack Snyder got actually the aesthetic of Batman really well. He just did not know who Batman was, so that was a big issue with that. So
Now, we have to consider too the Bat tank, right? That's a Batmobile.
Oh no.
You got to consider it. It is a Batmobile.
which are you talking about? Frank Miller?
I'm talking Batman. The Justice League, the Bat tank, that big huge one.
Oh, dude, that thing's
It's a Batmobile. You got to consider it too.
Zack
That's a
Snyder,
nice one.
he's only
That
on
was a
one.
vehicle.
Yeah.
That's a vehicle. It's not a Batmobile.
Yeah. So,
Bat tank.
so I know what Zack Snyder is. Zack Snyder is not a Batman fan. He read one book. It was obviously Dark Knight Rises, and obviously there's that Batman tank that they have in that, and obviously the Batman suit that he designed that off of. So, I don't want to talk about Zack Snyder. Sorry.
And what about the? Actually, I really like the Justice Mobiles too, man. It's just. I don't know. I may put that Justice Mobile probably third. I really like the Justice Mobile.
Make sure you hit that like button for Will and subscribe if you're liking the content, because he does a lot of live unboxings as well, and a lot of great custom pieces. The man is sweating to death to make sure you guys see this piece.
Yeah, he's working tonight.
Look at this guy, man. Make sure you like and subscribe for him, man.
This is actually good for his health. It's like 5 pounds off right now of sweat.
This
Yeah,
89 Batmobile can handle all elements.
If I knew it was gonna get this hot, I would have worn my tantarans.
He's on the perspiration for Like's adventure tonight, guys.
So yeah, I mean, I think this thing's awesome, but the turntable from the movie, I wish it would be. It's not magnetic; it just kind of sits, and I didn't really like that because that's a little iffy.
Yeah.
If they would have added some magnets or something to it, I would have felt a little bit better. It does have the stick here, and I think it's to put a Batman in there, but it didn't come with one. I thought it came with a small little Batman, but it did not. So I'm not quite sure what this peg is for. So let me look it up. But that's pretty much all of it. I'm not going to tear the tapes off. There's these. I think these were the rockets. Were there rockets on the side of this thing?
Yep.
In the movie.
Never have, but yes.
Yeah, it just opens up. There's nothing really special.
I think that's like the gas filler.
Well, there's one on each side. So
I think that's
the gas filler.
That's where he adds the kerosene for the jet engine.
On each side.
Yeah, one on each side.
Okay, I wasn't quite sure.
Thank you to the people that subscribed this evening. Appreciate that.
I do want to get all the Batman vehicles. I don't know, man. I'm trying to.
Oh my God, Freddie.
Well, not the Batman and Robin, and not the Batman Forever.
Okay.
So
I don't do 89, not the 89 either. I mean the 60. What is 66? Not the 66.
Mine's the Batman.
So this rod.
That's the best one.
This rod gets placed inside, and it's supposed to hold the door in place, just in case.
Okay.
So that's what it's showing me. This is a little bit loose, which I find interesting right there. And then you just let me see here. I'll put it back in there. It's just these. I mean, honestly, guys, this is actually my first hot toy unboxing.
This is my first time watching the '89 Hot Toys Batmobile unboxing, so like I have no clue what to expect.
Yeah, this thing is the way they engineered it. Make you really nervous to put parts together because you gotta fold things. It's not just there's not like a gap somewhere where you could just you have to literally just kind of force it. You see what I'm saying? You really got to force that in. I don't like that.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, that is not sitting well with me. Why would they do that? Okay, maybe. There it goes. Okay. I think it's the only reason why I'm sweating, not because it's hot. Is I got anxiety with this thing. So you kind of put it there.
I see.
There's a slot. Yeah. There's a slot on the inside right there, and just kind of holds it in place.
Oh, it keeps it open. Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps it open if you got a Batman in there or something. If you have something small fit in there. But yeah, this thing's super, super cool in person. It's just a few things. Like I'm not gonna take the tape off. You know, that's kind of one of those things where when you get an iPhone, you want to pull the screen off yourself,
right.
and let anybody else do it. So I'm gonna let obviously Michael do that. That's his baby. So,
but there are some collectors who actually have the '89 Batmobile like in their living room or man cave or whatever, as like inside of like say like a glass table, a coffee table, and then it would like you'd see like it all around, and it looks so cool, man. I'm like, that's how much presence this vehicle has. It's a showstopper, man. If you like display it right. Oof. Telling you. Yeah, for sure. This thing is it's very, very epic. When you're looking at it, I could put everything back on here. Actually, I need that little magnetic key.
It's really big.
Lane, when you get this, how are you going to display it?
Lane's frozen.
Is he frozen? Oh, he's frozen? Okay.
He's frozen,
Lane, frozen,
how long has he been frozen? He probably was frozen for like a well, how long did he even know?
like 30 minutes.
Man, I should have known.
I was surprised. I was like, man, Lane's pretty quiet.
Lane, I'll remove you, and then when you get it back in, I'll let you in.
That's fun.
Nice.
There you go.
Very good.
That looks nice, man.
Lane, you there?
Hey, here he comes. Here's Lane.
Is he? I think he's still frozen, huh?
Maybe. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's.
He's gonna be like, "Hey, I've been frozen for the last 45 minutes. No one said anything to me."
I like the light up feature right here in the center.
Yeah, me too.
That's super nice.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
Man, it looks hot.
I'm having that connected to my.
Oh no, it's burning up in here. Yeah.
Look at that beauty.
Yeah. So the only thing is one of these Gatlings here doesn't go in all the way. Not sure why.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is. It should just go. It should just go all in.
I mean, overall, man, I think Hot Toys did a good job with this Batmobile. You know.
Yeah, they did a great job with it. It's just this piece right here. Yeah. I'm gonna need some power tools. Let's drill this bitch.
I mean, like with all vehicles, every last one of them, you know, like they all have some kind of like minor thing like that we're struggling with, little pieces and certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't escape that. Like, trust me, I know vehicles, and whether it's a DeLorean, Batmobile, anything, they all have some little issue, man. But overall, like just not taking that stuff away, like this vehicle, man, is like it's one of the grails. Trust me. On 1.6.
To answer Stanley, yeah, it's plasticky. It's not die cast or anything like that. If it was die cast, I wouldn't be able to hold it and churn it for you guys. It'd be way too heavy. Yeah. So yeah, it is plasticky. The wheels, they have a hint of rubber on them. It doesn't feel like plastic wheels, like a toy, like a kid's toy. It does feel like there's rubber on this thing. So that's good. It's a solid rubber piece. The wheels, they're a little bit wobbly in the front. Like I said, the back, you have to unlock it. So he's got to unscrew the bottom. I wouldn't unlock it if you're displaying it because you don't want it, rolling around on you. Right. I get making it roll, but for a statue, it doesn't make any sense for it to roll because it's going to be, displayed. So I'm going to start off. FBJ, give me your review. What do you think? Besides what you
I
already
think
said, but just like a final.
I think it's an excellent vehicle. What up, Payne? I think it's an excellent vehicle, man. Like I said, certain things, like with all vehicles, you'll find little trinkets here don't fit, probably don't like ease in right and stuff like that. But that's part of the territory with these 1.6 vehicles. I think this Batmobile, this 89 to 2.0, and even the first version, like this is like holy grail of like vehicles, man, for any like collector who collects vehicles. And
Yeah.
I think they did a phenomenal job. The only thing I wish though is that the what you call it, the engine part, I wish that they did give it that like bronze looking kind of color to add that there. But other than that, man, it's great, man. Like I really like it. It's a beautiful vehicle.
What do you think? Thanks, Freddie. What do you think, Marcos?
So answer this question real quick. Does it look plastic?
I did. It's plastically. Yeah. Everything's pretty much plastic. Everything.
For me,
except for the tire. The tires are rubber.
Gotcha. For me, I think the Jazz Ink is better for sure, but we talked about it a little bit earlier. Obviously, you got to weigh out your price. You know, your price range and details wise. You're not going wrong if you get this one for sure. I know, like, Jimmy, he loves resale value. So, like, I know that Jazz Ink one probably has a lot more resale value. Limited edition. I know a Hot Toy does. Freddie, right? This one's a limited edition, right? For
the Hot Toys or Jazz? No, this is not limited edition. The Jazz is limited
for sure. Yeah. So that's another thing you gotta take into account. But you do get a cheaper price with Hot Toys. Like I said, you're not getting a bad piece with this if it's Hot Toys, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think Jazz Ink. If you're a legit collector thinking about resale value, probably go with Jazz Ink, and it's a little bit more detailed.
Nice.
You picking up the Jazz Ink?
Yeah.
Looks much better too, man. There we
go. Alan?
I like it. I like the Hot Toys version. I didn't have this one. This is the second run.
The 2.0, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I had the first run. I had one of the first ones. So I've actually had one of these things and looked at it, and and it was very nice. Nothing wrong with it at all. And at the time, it was the only one out there. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I had that, and I had the tumbler. I ended up selling them both to a local collector that really wanted them. So I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. I let them go. But yeah, I like it a lot. I think they did a good job with the interior on this one. The lighting seems to work well. I'm glad it didn't come with that plasticky shield like the first version came with, because there was a lot of issues with that, scratching up the finish.
Yeah, but I think Alan, these are plasticky. This is plasticky.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like, I'm rubbing my fingers and stuff. It doesn't look like I could see you scratch lines or anything.
The thing is, it's that black finish. It's actually they've casted. Mm-hmm. The plastic is that finish. That color is the casting of the actual plastic. Gotcha. The difference with the Jazz Ink is they're actually applying automotive flip-flop paint on it.
I see.
To match the paint job of what was in the motion picture. So obviously, you're going from $800 to $1,500 plus shipping. Deal on a budget, you can't beat this Hot Toys version. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. I agree with you, Alan. For being a Hot Toys and looking at it in person, just when I opened the box, I was like, wow, I was very shocked. If I wanted to get real picky with it, it would have been cool if it was die cast. But it's like, how many people can 200-pound die cast, scale? You know what I mean? Alan has the hydraulic lifts and stuff, but it'd be hard to display here, and Jimmy as well. So speaking of Jimmy, your thoughts?
So I bought up a picture of the Jazz Inc. one, and I kind of did a side-by-side comparison on my phone to look at both of them. Now, you can see where the detail is. I mean,
Do you want to bring it up on the screen, Jimmy?
Yeah, you can bring it up
Yeah,
on the screen,
yeah.
Jimmy. Go for it, brother.
I don't. Oh yeah, I can. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let me let me shoot it to
He's
myself.
not used to this, guys, right?
Yeah, hey, you
Yeah.
know, man. Let me. I'm not, but So here we go. Wow, that looks amazing. Let me shoot it. Let me get it on the shoot it to myself, and then I'll.
Now again, before Jazz Inc. did theirs, right? This was the only thing that was out on the market, right? And so
Right.
for what you're getting, as far as to equate into the movie, this is really good, right? It's just though Jazz Inc. they're working with the community to get in all of the, like the film, and they're doing pictures and all this other stuff or whatever. They're going straight, like they're making it like very accurate to what it was about. Even add in die cast parts. So, and again, it's twice the price. So unless you're a collector like me and Alan, who is like, I want it just like in the movie, this is
Even
good. C9 is good. So.
Freddie, even the lettering on the tires, Jazz Inc. has gotten it from the same brand of tire that they used in the actual movie.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait for that.
So I have the picture pulled up. We can share that. But so here's
Marcus.
where I am. Is that the Hot Toys compared to this one, you can tell that the other is the detail on it is a little bit more superior. You can tell. And what I would like to see is that if Hot Toys did, it didn't have to be all die cast. They could have the engine parts die cast. They could have, some of the interior. They can have some of the pieces on the outside. I would like to see that. It does look a little plasticky on the Hot Toys. However, with that being said, there's a lot of detail on this piece.
This isn't the most recent version, Jimmy.
Oh, it's not. Okay, this is what I was.
No, this is not. No.
Okay, this is not.
No. The nose cone on the jet engine in the front is actually silver.
Okay.
This one's black, so I'm not sure what exactly this one is, but it doesn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the one I bought this one up with Google, so this is the one I was looking at.
Okay. Anyway, this one looks like the Hot Toys, to be honest.
Oh, really? Well,
so for the chat, nerding out with Nate, it's 28 pounds total. So I mean, you could take a couple pounds off because of the box and the foam and stuff, but total weight for this production piece is 28 pounds. Just so you know. So that's how heavy it is.
That's almost 30 pounds. I mean, that's pretty stout.
Yeah,
right here.
So, you got it, Marcos? You said right here?
No, I was saying like the comment you're talking about, how heavy it is.
Yeah. So I just saw that, and I want to make sure I pay attention to the chat as well. And yes, Freddie will be going down the rabbit hole with the vehicles.
V for Vendetta. Do you guys think William looks like a V for Vendetta? That's just me. I don't think he does.
I don't think he does.
No,
What I said is off-brand V for Vendetta. The starter brand.
You guys are too funny. So we got Lane. What do you think, Lane? Your pack. Oh, you're muted, Lane. We can't hear you, Lane.
Damn it, Lane.
Sorry.
I let you in.
There you go.
There you go, Lane.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think it looks really good. The piece, obviously, versus the upcoming Jazz Inc. I think Jazz Inc. is going to be probably obviously superior thing, but it also is over twice as much. This one was $715 originally retail price. I like the light up feature. It actually looks better than I thought it would. I guess the one thing that's always hard with this is I would always want a Batman to stick in the Batmobile, but obviously the 6-scale Hot Toys Batmans, you can't stick them in there because the screw.
Don't do it.
They're one piece. They'll get all screwed up within probably a couple days. The actual tear and stuff. If you're going to stick them in there to like maybe stand or something would be okay. But I think Hot Toys did a great job with the piece, though. I like the switch outs. It's got enough functionality to it that see, like, even just looking at that, the light up feature to it looks like it's going to be a lot more intense. But you know, I think for the price point, and I mean, this is more of a 2.0 for them. That it's not super different than the original one. So you know, Jazz Inc. is going to be an actual fresher piece overall. But I don't even want to know what the shipping on there is going to be. I nearly folded thinking about this. That one is, I think, 31 inches long.
Yeah, it's going to be about the same size or a little bit longer than the Ecto 1. So if you know how big the Ecto 1 is,
yeah,
it's going to be around there.
So
Yeah, this thing's almost 40 inches long.
Wow.
Yeah, and with the wingspan, it's about 30 with the wings. But you can take the wings off, and you're looking at, you know, from rear tires about 16, front tires about 14.
So Freddie, is that Ecto? Is that Jazz Inc. That one that you have?
The Jazz Inc. That's the one that's coming in when they start shipping.
What's the one that you have now? That's the Ecto.
Oh, the Ecto I have. That's Blitzway.
Blitzway.
What's up, Connor?
Well, I mean, the detail on that one is just incredible. Like, and when you look at this one here compared to the Hot Toys version, you can see there's more detail. You can see it looks a little less plasticky. You can see where the extra money's going. I don't think the Hot Toy one is bad at all. I don't. I think that this one is just a little bit better. Is it double the price better? I'd have to really love this vehicle, and I really love to love Batman.
It is for me.
Yeah, to get that. And like Freddie has an idea to put vehicles all in emoji space, right? So I could see this going in there, and it'd be a great representation of the actual vehicle. But you know, congratulations anybody getting the Hot Toys version. It's really good. If it was me, I would buy this one instead. That's just me, but it doesn't mean it's right or wrong. But I do think that this one's just a little bit more superior.
Right. Well, I mean, since I'm seeing it in person, there are those few you know, caveats to it and stuff. Certain things that I'm not going to personally force myself to kind of make work. So I'll leave it for Michael here. But like one of the turret guns won't lift up, so I'm concerned about that. So I wouldn't touch it. But it does go down. They do have covers. Wings come off. There's a cover. The little catapult hook thing here won't enter all the way on one side, but if you don't want to have that, you can always close that up. Yeah, it being plasticky, I don't think it's a big deal. I think the paint looks really good the way it is. I love the lights. Like I said, I like the turbo on the back of this light here. Front lights look very well. I like the fact that they did put rubber on the tires. Don't like the rotating stand in the movie because it just kind of sits there. It's very wobbly. I wish they had put more magnets to it so it adheres better. Not sure how many people will display it with it on there. I don't think it's a cool concept to have and put on there. Don't think it was necessary for canon reasons, but for display reasons, it wasn't really necessary. And then I do like the light up features. There's not too many of the gauges lit up, but in the movie, it was already kind of dark with certain lights, you know, based off the 89, you know, just technology at the time and, you know, their inspiration for the vehicle. Not sure. I like the rod on here. If you want to display it open with the lights, I guess you put it on there so it just doesn't close itself. But I think I would display it closed. I wouldn't really use a light unless I had some guests over, and then I just kind of turn it on, leave it on the turntable, and people could come that are my age and be like, "Ooh, that's badass," you know, and kind of geek out with me with some of the stuff we have. All in all, for the price, I think it's very worth it, especially if you're a Batman '89 fan. But if you're like one of those hardcore '89 fans, go with the other one, pay the extra money. I would just pay because, I mean, honestly, I haven't seen it in person, but based off what I'm looking at and based off the information they give you, there's a lot more to it. So you are getting bang for your buck. If we're paying, I don't know how much Jimmy paid for that bus, but, you know, it's an epic piece. And if for you it's worth it, then get it. If you want more of an epic Batmobile, get the better one. let's say it's the DX version, just get the DX version. But if your money's tight, you want something that looks good, and put it on a shelf somewhere and admire it, go for this one, man. If the budget's not there, it's okay. It's nothing wrong with that.
And the 89, I've seen it in person. That 89 Batmobile does have presence. So I don't want people thinking that, this is like a toy jazzy. I'm like, no, that 89 Hot Toys Batmobile does have presence. It's big. You can actually see it right in front of like Will right now.
Yeah.
But seeing it in person, I'm telling you, it has presence. Trust me. When people come over, they're gonna like, whoa.
Yeah.
So
even like I know it's hard to tell there, and I know I zoomed in, but even the paint on the exhaust, even though it's all plasticky, they really gave it that overheating look, that purplish, and that kind of, when you overheat metal, it kind of discolors the metal.
Yeah.
It gives you that look. So that's a really good touch they did on that for the components. But other than that, man, this piece is
Cool.
This is fire. It's fire.
Yeah, nice unboxing. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Alan.
Congrats, Mike.
I appreciate it. Yeah. So, no, congratulations, Michael. He's over here, hanging out and just enjoying it. So that is my live unboxing. We're getting close to the 2 hours. We'll talk a little bit more. We still got 4 minutes, but I just want to reiterate how thankful I am for the panel being here. Michael for allowing me to do these unboxings and look at all his beautiful stuff. I did 4 unboxings. I still got to edit 3 of them. I posted the Super Mario from T Studios. I really love that piece. It's right in front of me here. We did a couple more. It's over there on the side, but I'm not going to show you. I'm going to post the unboxing videos. Unfortunately, at that time, my camera screwed up, so I had to use my phone. So all my videos are upright instead of horizontal. They're all vertical. So sorry about that if that annoys people. So this is this piece, very epic. I'm going to let Michael decide how he wants to do this, where he wants to do it. We'll keep talking. But Michael is getting an epic piece in. He always gets epic pieces. I'm so jealous. He's like Alan. I love to hate him. I really love to hate him. It's so invigorating. I love you.
So
you have to live through them. You have to live through them.
Yeah, I will say this though. Like, I want to say this too. Like right before we left, Alan's like, "I think I'm gonna disappoint you all with my collection." I'm like, I doubt it, dude. Like, if you have like 5 shows like you have like right behind you, guess what happened? You were not disappointed. There's no doubt.
Yeah, that's obvious. Yeah.
And look, Al. Look, everybody needs to understand. And I've only known Alan for a short time, but just from what I know about him, if you got 3 art degrees, you know what the hell you're doing with statues. Okay,
For sure.
You just know how to pick them. You know the lighting. You got the experience, and obviously it shows. When you guys were there, it shows. I don't even have to be there, but I do.
Yeah.
If I could go, if I could fly out there, one day hopefully I can, and maybe even sneak in when he's not there and get a video on the down low live stream. Alan's not here, but let's check it out, guys. I would love to do that. I'm very happy and jealous that you guys got to go see.
I will say this, guys. There's a reason why we have an award for his collection. You know what I'm saying? It really is.
So this epic piece, Michael is getting here soon, is Prime 1 Studios 1/3 Predator 2.
Oh, the City Hunter.
The City Hunter.
Which
City Hunter. Cool.
All right.
Michael, which for DX? He thinks it's the DX. He doesn't even know. He bought it. He's like, I don't know. It's a DX. So, City Hunter, one of my favorites, top 3 is Predator 2. Absolutely love that movie. So, City Hunter is going to be an epic piece to do the live unboxing. I don't know when it's coming in, so hopefully not next week because, at home they'll kill me. Keep doing this, taking weekends away. But for sure, I will let the panel know if you guys would honor me again and join me for another live unboxing.
Yeah.
With that Predator piece would be out of this world.
I have the same one coming in. I have the same one coming in for a live unboxing as well, so we can do double.
Oh, nice.
Cool, actually.
Yeah, that would be really cool because I could see it, you could see it, and we can all kind of. Yeah. That would
Alan,
be.
You want to do triple unboxing, Alan? You can do yours as well.
Alan can use your guys as the do's and don'ts for when he gets into
I'll take some pictures of mine when it's set up.
All right. Sounds good.
No.
Yeah.
So these could be the practice run so that when Alan gets Scar or the or Alan, you're also getting the Berserker, right? From Predators. Okay, so they could do the practice run for you before the others. They just get Freddie to come over or something.
I think it's safe to say now that the City Hunter will actually be put into my new Modular case when it arrives.
Nice.
It won't be up here. They're going to be assembled already, so it's going to go into that. Fingers crossed, it kind of lines up together, but it'll be side by side with a Jungle Hunter coming up.
I think Jimmy, that would probably be the first ever double unboxing on 2 different locations. So that would be kind of cool. So if Michael's willing to if you get yours first and we're willing to hold off and pick a date, that would be super awesome to do. I don't know if the panel can like focus on who's who, but
we'll figure
see
it
what
out.
happens. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Freddie and I'll put on some.
We've done like 30 of them, so we'll figure it
out. Freddie and I will throw on some ABC Wild World sports jackets, and we can be doing commentary and stuff, and we'll have a scorecard to see how many breaks or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. We'll put a timer. We'll put a timer who builds it fast.
It ain't gonna be me because we're gonna take our time.
It's gonna be like 4 hours to get probably.
Hopefully it doesn't take 4 hours. But go ahead, Jimmy.
No, I was just saying, have you seen the Predators in person? Any of them?
Yes, actually, Michael does have a few upstairs in person. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've seen. Which one do you have in your son's room? Which one's that one? The Predator in your son's room. Which one's that one? So he has the jungle, that's Predator 1. And then which one's the one you have in the game room?
The Game Hunter.
They're both jungles, but they're different. Oh, okay. So he has 1/3 jungle upstairs in his son's room. He's got like this. Upstairs his home. His son has like this round open area, and he has Doomslayer. He has Predator Jungle, and he has the new Berserk. So they're like all in this room, and then he has a quarter scale in the entertainment. I'll call it the entertainment room because that's where he has most of his pieces. But it's so small, I wouldn't be able to do the unboxing in there. So
you've seen how big it is. I mean, that piece is. I mean, the Jungle Hunter's huge.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to get them together. So it's going to look good. It'll be even more amazing if those bases lock together somehow.
That would be cool. That would really be awesome. I would love if they locked in together. I would love that they lock in together. I don't own them, but it'd be a really cool concept where, you kind of put them together and stuff. So really, really awesome. We're at the 202 mark. I just want to thank everybody again on the panel for joining ASV Collectibles live unboxing. The Kyle Rayner, we got the 89 Batman. I love that. I want to thank everybody that has joined the chat. Really appreciate that as well. So thanks, Mark. Thanks, Jimmy, Lane, Alan, Freddie. You guys blessed me for being on this page and on my channel. So hope we can continue to work together and kind of just have a good time and geek out with the things we love to geek out. For those of you that want to watch the next podcast, unboxing, or live stream, please join ASV Collectibles. Hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and come join me on ASV Collectibles on Facebook. It's the only other place I really do social media. And that's it for the live unboxing. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Thank you, everybody.
Peace, everybody.
See you guys.
Thanks for joining.
Good night.